Okay. So, like I said, I am recording, so make your comments not, silly. So this is the circular pattern right here. This is actually called a bolt hole circle. Bolt hole circles are when you have holes in a pattern like this. So if you would please just make sure you're paying attention, turn your monitors off, and then this is going to be available for you, and this will take me 10 minutes or less maybe. All right, so I'm going to go back to Inventor here, okay, and I'm going to start my 2D sketch just like we always do. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle. And I'm going to pull this out. And I'll dimension it. Now, I think, if I remember right, the dimensions are 3 by 3. Okay? Let's see, am I right? Yep, 3 by 3. All right, now the next thing is I'm going to draw 2 circles. So I have a 0.25 diameter through, and then over here, 1 inch from the center circle is going to be another circle that is 0.25 inches. So I'm going to go back to Inventor here, and I'm going to start Circle Tool. And the little dash lines that appear when you're moving your cursor around, those are called inference lines. So I'm going to put in my diameter 0.25. So that puts it right in the center, but I need to dimension it also. So I'm going to click on dimension. I'll click on the edge of the circle, the edge of the line over here, and it's 1.5. And then the edge of the circle here, and down the bottom, and I'll hit 1.5 again. So that means that that circle is fully constrained. It's fully constrained because it's got 2 dimensions on it and the diameter dimension. Next thing is I'm going to create another circle. I'm just going to put this one up here in space. I'm going to make this 0.25. Now I'm going to use one of my constraints here to put that circle in line with this guy down here. So the constraint I'm going to use is horizontal. So if I click on the center of the circle that I want to move and the circle of the center of the other one, that puts it in the middle. Dimension, I'm going to dimension from the center of the center circle, middle circle, to that one, and this is a dimension of 1. Next thing is the circular pattern. The circular pattern's right here, and the geometry that I want to pattern is that circle out there. Nothing else wants to be patterned, so now I'm going to click on the axes, and the axis is the center of the middle circle. There's 10 of these, and I'll say okay. So the good news is that creates that circular pattern for us, and it's easy to do when you know the tricks, I guess is the best way to put it. Now, let's see, is there anything else I need to do to this guy? Nope, nothing else. All right, so the thickness is 0.25 inches. So I'm going to finish that. I'll extrude it. I'm going to select that surface right there, and my distance is going to be 0.25. And I'll say okay. No, the other one is. Okay. So this is my part, and the first thing I want to do is I want to save it. So I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to call this. Whoops. I actually want to put it on my desktop, so I'm just going to put it on my desktop. You guys don't want to put it on your desktop, but I'm going to put mine there. And I'm going to call this P4 for period 4. And I'll hit save. Okay? Easy, guys. Because what could happen is I could decide not to post this and not help you. Yeah. All right. So I've got my part saved. The next thing I need to do is I need to make my drawing, okay? Your drawing needs to match this. Now what you won't be able to do is use this title block here, this area down in the bottom right hand corner. That's okay. But now we're going to go back to Inventor, and I'm going to go to the Home button, and I'm going to click the little piece of paper that's up to the right of the orange colored eye, and I'm going to select Start Point Title Block, and I'll hit Create. Ordinarily, you would put all this stuff in. I'm just going to skip that step right now, just in the interest of time. All right, now, base is going to be the part that I just chose. So I'll go to my desktop. I'll find P4. I'll say Open. I'll say yes to that, and that puts it in. And I'll go up here to the upper right hand corner and click and just say OK right now. Now I'm going to move this over. I'll bring this one down. Let's take a look at our dimensions here. Okay. All right. So this is where the help is really going to come in. When you look at this, you're going to see that there are crosses going through the centers of these circles, and there's this line right here. And what I want to do is I want to put that line from circle to circle to circle to circle to circle here. So I'll go to Annotate, and I'm going to go to the Center Mark tools, and I'm going to just click on Center Line, and this is just a straight line. Now I'll click on the edge of this circle, the edge of the second one, the edge of the third one, and now you'll see that this is creating, whoops, well I guess I goofed it up, but if I keep, oh that's not good. I'll undo this. I'll undo again. Okay, so let's try it again. Circle pattern, okay, and I'm going to select each one of these all the way around. Okay. Oops. Well, let's see. Try it again. Restart again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to keep clicking on the edge of the circles. Yeah, that's what I think I was having trouble with. Now, once you've got this all done all the way around, you're going to right click and say Create. Now, the center circle also needs to have a cross in it, but one thing I'll tell you right now is see how these lines go here, they go across. I can't figure out yet how to do those. So what we're going to do is we're just going to not worry about it and just put that center circle in the middle. The other dimensions here, okay, and you should pay attention to the video about how to do some of these dimensioning. If I go to Annotate and I come up here to the left, just to the right of the word dimension, there's baseline and baseline set. If I click on baseline set, it wants me to select a model or sketch geometry. So I'm going to click on that first line. Then I'm going to click on the center mark. And then I'm going to click on the top line. I'm going to right click, say continue. And when I do that, I get my dimensions baseline done very nicely rather than me having to do all the dimensioning myself. So you want to just, once you have that there, you just want to right click and say continue. The other one is the note that's on here. This note right here, it says diameter 0.250 through 10 equally spaced. So if I go Alt-Tab here, and I go, well, let's try this. I'm going to go to Dimension, and I'm just going to click on that, and I'll bring that up. And then I'm going to hit Enter, and I'm going to put in the note, which is through 10 equispaced. So this is going to be in caps lock. Okay, and I hit OK, and that creates the note. Now, I would have a problem with this drawing if you turn this in, because this text crosses this box here. So make sure that you don't go over the boundary line when you're doing this stuff.